clarify some stuff for my client.
Okay. I would be glad to help you do that if you need. If you so need.
My fault for lying.
Well, it's, I mean. Let's see. All right, sir, are you Anthony Mendoza?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like this is cause number 19-32243. It looks like Mr. Mendoza, you're on probation for driving while intoxicated, third or more. That was from March 15th of 2021 when you started that probation, and it was a 6-year term in prison that was probated for 6 years.
Okay, quick breakdown for everyone watching. This is not just any probation. Mendoza, the defendant, was staring at a 6-year prison sentence, but the judge suspended it and put him on probation instead. In Texas, a third DWI automatically becomes a third-degree felony. Translation? He's playing with fire, and she's holding the extinguisher.
And Mr. Parker, what is the announcement?
Your Honor, just to clarify, I've discussed this with my client. He keeps telling me he was on 6 years deferred probation and that it's not a third degree, that it was a state jail felony. I've assured him that that's not true, that I've looked at the documentation. It was 6/6. I just want to clarify that with the court so you could confirm that.
So, Mr. Mendoza, let me go back and I'll check a couple of things. But the first thing is just off the top, a DWI third, if you have 3 or more, it is a third-degree felony. So it's definitely not a state jail felony. The only DWI that's a state jail felony is a DWI with a child passenger. And so that's not what you were charged with, and that's not what you pled to. So if it's a DWI with 3 or more, it's a third-degree felony. And I'm going to go back here and look. So this doesn't go back, I guess, because it doesn't have plea papers and all that. Oh, here we go. It's going the wrong way. There it is. It also looks like this is your third, at least, maybe, motion to revoke this probation.
If counting amendments, yours is 4.
Hold up. A third motion to revoke probation? This defendant is not just rolling the dice. He's practically daring the judge to throw him in prison. And judging by her tone, she's running out of patience. How many lifelines do you think she'll give before she says, enough?
There was an MTRP and an amendment.
So we've obviously, you've gone through this several times. You know what you're charged with and what you pled to, but I'm going to go back and so I'm looking back now, Mr. Mendoza, it's your original plea agreement, those papers that you signed back in 2021 when you got your probation. It's marked off on the first page that it's a third-degree felony. Your signature is on all of that. The agreed punishment page, which also is something that you signed, shows specifically fine of $1,000, confinement in the institutional division for a term of 6 years, and that after conviction you would be on probation for 6 years. So you signed that back in 2021. You got the probation. You've been here in court and through administrative hearings. You know what you're charged with. You know what your punishment was. It's not a deferred. You cannot get a deferred on a third-degree driving while intoxicated. So anyone who's on probation for a DWI third or more, if they're on a probation, it is not deferred. That's not allowed by law, so we wouldn't have done that. So with that all being said, do you want to discuss what the options are again with Mr. Parker? Do you want me to just go through this motion and you can enter pleas of true or not true, and we'll set it for a hearing on your sentencing?
Your Honor, I've told him what the offer is. He's adamant he does not want to take the offer. I mean, unless he changed his mind. I mean, I've talked to him a couple of times this morning.
What would the hearing do?
What would it do? So I would decide what your punishment was, which you've already agreed to a 6-year sentence. If you violated your probation, I can give you 6 years. There are times when I will consider less, but you already agreed to a 6-year sentence back in 2021.
Listen carefully. She's spelling it out. Violate probation, and he gets 6 years behind bars. That's not a threat. That's the deal he signed in 2021. The defendant is hearing it loud and clear, but is he really grasping the weight of her words?
Fine. You said back then, I'll take this deal. If I violate my probation, I can get the 6 years that I've agreed to. If there's negotiations for some reason for less than that, sometimes I'll take that, sometimes I won't. So let's just go through the motion probably today.
I
And
made a 5-year offer, Your Honor.
I mean, with what all's been going on, you get credit for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure I'll take the 5-year sentence. I think based on this history, before I do that, I'm going to want to see what all is. I mean, this is. Hold on a second.
I can give you the kind of some history, Your Honor.
Well, I've got this First Amendment administrative hearing, which will go back. It looks like you were on probation for a very short time. There was a motion filed back in July of 2021. It doesn't say the outcome. And then
Well, we filed an amendment.
So you went to SafeP and were placed on zero tolerance in October of 2021. You got out of SafeP, and then you ended up having some more issues. You were sent back to relapse SafeP, and that was approved.
That's part of the issue with the offer. Originally, I was told he went to safety. What I understand from him, and I don't know the truth of it, is that he went to safety, and while he was in aftercare, he got a foot infection, went to the hospital, and he was released from the program.
So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to go through the motion. You're going to enter pleas of true or not true, and I'll reset it for sentencing, and I'll ask the probation department to do an updated report. And that should give me all of the information about what has happened in the past in a much more succinct manner. And then I'll decide at that point if you guys want to present that you want to agree to a 5-year, I'll consider it. If not, it's up to me on an MTRP what to do. So best you can, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you, sir. And let me get this pulled up again now. Will he waive the formal reading of the motion?
Yes, sure.
So just to go back over real quickly, Mr. Mendoza, in cause number F19-32243, I have a first amended motion to revoke your community supervision. Again, it shows you were placed on probation March 15th, 2021 for driving while intoxicated, third or more, and that was a 6-year term that was probated for 6 years. Is that correct? It alleges you violated your probation. Count 1 alleges that you failed to report as directed to the probation department for the months of August and September of 2024. And is that true or not true?
True.
Count 2 alleges that you failed to provide verification of performing the community service hours required, and it shows that you still owe the full balance. It says $300. Is that
And then to take away the dollar sign and the
300 hours?
It should read 300 hours.
Any objection to that?
No objection.
Is it true or not true? Count 3 alleges that you failed to participate in the 12-step program as directed and provide written verification of attendance. Is that true or not true? Count 4 alleges that you failed to never become intoxicated or be under the influence of any intoxicating substance. Is that true or not true? I'm sorry?
True.
Thank you. Count 5 alleges that you failed to complete the Texas DWI Repeat Offender Program as directed. Is that true or not true? Count 6 alleges that you failed to comply with all of the conditions regarding your scram device. Is that true or not true? Count 7 alleges that you failed to enter and successfully complete the court-ordered intensive outpatient treatment. Is that true or not true? Count 8 alleges that you are behind in your court-assessed fees as of October 1st of 2024 in the amount of $3,830. Is that true or not true? Count 9 alleges that you failed to report to the Harris County Probation Department as directed on October 13th of 2024. Is that true or not true? Count 10 alleges that it's also that you did not comply with the Scram device, and this is between October 2nd and October 6th of 2024. Is that true or not true? Count 10 alleges you failed to comply with the Scram device between October 6th and October 8th. Is that true or not true? Count 12 alleges that you failed to comply with all of the conditions of the Scram device between October 10 and October 15th of 2024. Is that true or not true? Count 13 alleges that you failed to comply with all of the conditions of the Scram between October 19th at 12:19 a.m. and October 19th at 1:23 a.m. Is that true or not true? Did you enter your pleas of true to counts 1 through 13 freely and voluntarily? And did you plead true to all of those counts because they're actually true? All right, then at this time I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1 through 13 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. I really don't know why we're putting this off, but I will. I'm going to find sufficient evidence to revoke your probation. However, I'm going to reset your case so that the
And there it is, probation revoked. But instead of locking him up on the spot, the judge resets the case for a full report. Almost like saying, you are guilty, but I'll give you one last chance to explain. What do you think? Is she showing mercy or just delaying the inevitable?
probation department can do an updated report. Any information that you think is important for me to know, make sure you get that information to Mr. Parker. He'll present it to me on your behalf when we come back. You can go back with the bailiff.